On this episode, we take a look at some of our new listings, from a one-of-a-kind castle to a fantastic lot where you can build your very own dream home.
The Rob Jensen Company specializes in guard-gated luxury homes in Summerlin, Las Vegas, and Henderson. Rob Jensen has served as an expert guest commentator for numerous national broadcast networks and media outlets. Let's see what's happening today with Rob and the team. It's the Rob Jensen Show.
We have some amazing new listings that we're excited to share with you. 2928 Coastline Court is a real castle located on the water in the Lakes Estates, offered at $3,950,000. 57 Painted Feather Way is a contemporary custom home in the ridges of Summerlin, located on the 11th hole of Bears Best Golf Course, offered at $4,350,000. Behind the guard gates of Canyon Fairways, we have 800 Canyon Greens Drive. It's an opulent custom estate overlooking the 6th fairway of TPC Las Vegas for $2,750,000. 1353 Enchanted River Drive offers 5,200 plus square feet of living, 5 bedrooms, 6.5 baths, a lagoon-style pool, spa, outdoor kitchen, and a 3-car garage with private motor court, just under $1.35 million. Peacefully located on a cul-de-sac in Queensridge North, 308 Roundstone offers all the amenities of home, along with 39 fully owned solar panels, asking $730,000. Sky Terrace is a community of modern architecture, and 2280 Edge Ridge Court is a half-acre custom lot with panoramic views of the Las Vegas Valley and world-famous Strip, ready for you to build your custom dream home. Listed at $650,000. If you'd like to see any of these properties, we'd love to hear from you.
When we get a new listing, one of our goals is to get as many qualified buyers through your home as possible, and that brings a lot of foot traffic through your home. So what we like to do is keep your floors as clean and in perfect condition as possible, and we do that by using the Easy Floor Guard. It's really easy to use. All you have to do is step, pull, and tear. You don't have to use your hands or bend over. It's disposable, it looks nice at your front door, and it's very practical. In other cases, agents will ask you to either wear a cloth bootie, which might have been used multiple times before you, it might be a little dirty, ask you to go barefoot, or they just don't care and they let you walk through the house with your shoes on. That's why at every showing and open house, we use the Easy Floor Guard, aka the booty machine.
I'm here today with Josh, the owner of Element Building Company, here to talk about building your custom home. So Josh, tell me a little bit about your company.
So we are a design, a custom home builder based here in Henderson, Nevada. We have the ability to do in-house interior design as well as all the construction services. And we love building really cool, unique product.
So that brings me to the next question, which is, how much does it cost to build a custom home?
Wow. So again, that's one of those questions where it absolutely totally depends on the home and what's designed. Typically right now, most of the stuff that we're working on, I would say on the low end, we're in the $400 a foot, $450 a foot range, and then goes up from there. So yeah, and again,
and that's not including the lot, correct?
That's not including the lot.
So not including the lot, and you're talking $400 to $450 a foot, including does that include the backyard and a swimming pool?
Yeah, again, it depends, right? So, right. And because we'll have jobs where landscape and pool is a good example. We'll have jobs where that total budget's $100,000 or $120,000 or $200,000, and we'll have jobs where that total budget's $1 million. So I mean, it really depends on what you're. But as far as our procedures go, everything's open book. Mm-hmm. We're very, very, for me, it's one of the other key elements of creating that customer experience. We're very transparent, and we absolutely believe in doing the right thing. And at the end of the day, the way that we make our money is by delivering the great experience and having work out in front of us. And so that's a key part of what we do is everything's open book. The client sees everything, participates in the decisions we make, and they're abreast of everything that's going on in their job.
So talk to me about the project you're working on up in the Ridges.
So the Ridges, the project we have up there right now is going to be one of the coolest, if not the coolest, homes in the Ridges. It's got incredible views of the golf course, and then up into Red Rock. The indoor-outdoor relationships that are in that design are second to none. This is going to be a spectacular home.
And I know you're cooking up something exciting with St. Jude's.
Yeah, so we're proud supporters of the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. It's in Memphis, Tennessee. They're the world leader in cures for rare and life-threatening childhood diseases. We built a home for them last year and raffled it off. Tickets were $100, and we literally gave away a home, really cool contemporary home up in the Northwest. Mm-hmm. So the chances of winning are great. We only sold 8,500 tickets last year. This year we have 10,000 tickets that we're selling. It's a remodel home. The tickets are on sale now.
And where's the home at?
This time the home's in Henderson.
Okay.
So it's a little outside of what we normally do. But a great cause, great project.
Welcome to the 2018 St. Jude Dream Home, built by Element Building Company. Element Building Company primarily focuses on a luxury custom home. Last year, we had the opportunity to build a philanthropy home for St. Jude Children's Hospital. This year, we're not building, we're remodeling. Now we get to throw all of our new contemporary touches onto an older home, and one lucky resident in Nevada gets to win this house for $100. So we really have taken our luxury product and kind of confined it in this small little laboratory, if you will, to really show people what Element can do. Large format tiles. We ripped all the walls out and put these beautiful large glass windows in, so we have plenty of natural light coming through. We redid all the electrical. We got low voltage. This is a smart home as well. All Control 4 automated apps, from your lighting to security, HVAC, sound, AV. We've got stereo systems throughout every room. Albeit a small remodel, we're still going to be LEED certified for remodel certified, and we're going to be NGBS certified as a remodeled greenhouse as well. That means the products that we're putting in the house is green rated. There's no hazardous materials in the home at all. There's a recycled content to everything we put in the house. And then the performance aspect comes in as well. So we'll have a blower door test that tells you how tight the envelope is. We do duct leakage tests that tells you how leaky the duct systems are. And we do a full envelope inspection to the home to make sure what we're doing meets today's code, not 1992 code, when it's all just a big paper bag filled with holes in it. So we really pride ourselves in not just putting fancy, nice stuff, lipstick on a pig, so to speak. We're really priding ourselves to come in and make this home like we tore it down and we're building it all up again. We were lucky enough that our vendors and subcontractors have stepped up to the plate, because a lot of them are doing this out of the kindness of their heart as well. So our JB Electrical really stepped up, donated all their overhead and all their time to come in. Proline Carpentry did all the door hanging, all the baseboard throughout. Sun Country HVAC donated all the HVAC equipment and installed it for us. So we've had some great contractors that came through, donated their time, donated their labor and material to help this cause out and to provide us a beautiful home. At the end of the build, there's a standard lottery, draw a name out of the hat. Whoever wins the house gets to win this house. So we're at a value of $425,000. And for a $100 ticket, you get to walk into a brand new home.
I love the idea of the St. Jude's project and encourage everyone out there to buy tickets. It sounds like a great way to give back as well as possibly win a nice, beautiful home for yourself. And when people want to build a custom home, how can they find you?
The best way to reach us or get the information is probably our website, elementbuildingcompany.com, and all the links are on the website.
Perfect. And if you want to see what they're up to out in the field, building, whatnot, their social media links are on your website as well, along with some St. Jude links. So, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Rob.
But if you need help, you could have someone else do it. Short sales. They do exist in the market today. There's obviously not many. The market's great. The prices are up. But there are folks that still haven't made a payment in years and are just now getting around to doing a short sale. So there was a home that came up in Spanish Trail the other day, really nice property on the golf course, and it's a short sale. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that story. But first I want to give you just a couple quick do's and don'ts. If you're out there and you're a buyer looking to buy a short sale, do know your market because, of course, knowing the comps and the pricing and the value is important. And sometimes short sales are still overpriced, sometimes they're underpriced. There's some moving parts that have to do with the valuations there. Sometimes, you got to remember the bank didn't necessarily price the home. The agent is pricing the home. And so sometimes what happens is the property wasn't a short sale, and all of a sudden they were served their notice of default, maybe years ago, and now guess what? A notice of trustee sale, which is the actual foreclosure sale, has been taped to their door. This lights the proverbial fire under their rear, and now guess what? We need to get an offer into the bank pronto because the trustee sale date is 6 weeks away or 5 weeks away, or whatever the time is, and we got to get an offer into the bank pronto so they can stop the sale. Usually, if you get an offer submitted into the bank as a short sale on the sale of your property, it will usually stop the foreclosure if it's done in time. So that generally can prompt people to underprice homes just to get the buyers to pile on and get an offer submitted. So knowing the market, working with your agent, figuring out what's the best strategy, is definitely step one. Be patient, even when you get an offer submitted on a short sale and yours is accepted by the seller, yours is the winner that gets to get submitted to the bank and hopefully for approval at some point. That process can still usually 2 to 3 months at best, could be 4 to 6 months or longer, and even then you might not ever get an answer, or they might say no. It can really depend. Depends if the seller has assets and money, and that it's more of a strategic default instead of just a typical short sale because of hardship. In this case, this property that our clients were interested in, the sellers were in bankruptcy, and so they were keeping it at this high price, trying to sell it as a normal sale. That didn't pan out. So once the BK went through, once they get that letter from the trustee, now they just said, okay, we're short selling this now. The short sale process on this has much better odds of going through promptly because the bank's going to realize those sellers, they can't go after the sellers in this case because of the BK, and so that's probably going to be a smoother short sale. I'd also do say keep looking. There's no guarantees that your short sale purchase is going to go through. I think it's great to keep your options open and keep looking because if something else comes along just as good or maybe better and it's a equity sale, which means you don't have to wait and keep your fingers crossed, then maybe that might give you a great backup plan, so to speak. So that's generally for buyers. If you're a seller and it's like, okay, it's time to sell, how do we do this? I would say, well, first of all, call me and hire the Rob Jensen Company, but if you're perhaps not in Las Vegas or Henderson, find an agent and a team that has experience doing short sales. You definitely want a team that has support staff because short sales are very time intensive. There's just a lot of follow-up, a lot of paperwork. They want more paperwork from the seller. They want more bank statements. They want more paperwork. And you gotta be consistent, weekly. What I would recommend against is, as a seller, you generally do not need an attorney. Now, I always say, hey, if you get legal advice. If you're gonna default on a loan, it's not a bad idea to get legal advice and the ramifications that might have for you. Just know that they don't have any special powers when it comes to negotiating with the bank. Some people think, well, my attorney's gonna bully this bank. It doesn't make a difference. It just doesn't. The value of having an attorney involved has more to do with strategic defaults than if you have a legitimate hardship. And even then, they don't need to negotiate the sale for you. There are times where people are suing the bank. That happens. Well, then you need an attorney. But if your goal is to sell the house and move on, hire just the right agent. Some people hire, most sellers don't do this on purpose. A lot of sellers hire an agent, and then that agent says, hey, we're going to bring on this third-party negotiator. You don't need that, because that what's going to happen is the bank's going to pay a commission to the listing agent, the buyer's agent, but generally what happens is this third-party negotiator that this agent brings on is going to charge a fee of 1% of the sales price. So if the house is $1.5 million, now it's $15,000, and they're going to say that the buyer has to pay that negotiation fee. Why? Why do you even need this person? I'm sure they're a nice person, but the job of that agent is to be negotiating that sale. So they should, if anything, be paying them out of their pocket or doing it themselves. Because what it is doing for the sellers is it's not good for the sellers. Specifically because that is money that should be going into the bank to either lower any tax burden the seller might have if they don't qualify for any debt forgiveness on the property, which they may or may not, depending on their situation. So that's a big thing. Also, just getting the deal done. Anyways, I understand people need help, but I think you want someone that's not going to push another fee onto the buyer. It's not good for you in the end. So in this case, the timing here is this home had been on the market, it was overpriced while they're waiting out the bankruptcy. Boom, now it's on the market at this price. Not sure if it's underpriced or not. Haven't done the comps yet, but now we got to strategize. Hey, are there other offers? How do we get in? And even to my buyers, I'm saying, hey, even if our offer is accepted, just know the bank might counter back higher. Just know that there's nothing really all that concrete when it comes to short sales. So that's it. You want to buy a short sale? They're still out there. They can still provide good opportunities if you can jump on it fast enough. And if you're a seller and it's time to short sell, give us a call. We'll take good care of you. And that's about it. Last thing I'd say if you're a buyer is, it's one more reason why I say don't be afraid to make offers. Sometimes homes are grossly overpriced because perhaps they just still owe too much, and to sell it as an equity sale. So the homes, they owe $1.8 million and the home's only worth 1.6, but because they owe 1.8 and they got to pay realtors and closing costs, it's at $2 million. So you got a home listed at $2 million that's only worth 1.6. Go in and offer them that 1.6, because sometimes that seller hasn't been making their payments, and guess what? You just now might be the first in line on a sort of a hidden, undiscovered short sale, so to speak. I'm not advising you to go bonkers with lowballing people, but that, in order to know that opportunity exists, it has to do with knowing the market. And that's why I always say when you're looking for homes, you should also know what the comps are for your homes you're looking for. So if what you're looking for is something that you should be able to get in the 1.6 to 1.8 range, and you're seeing something in your search come up for 2.2, well, heck, maybe it really is worth 1.6 to 1.8. Might require taking a closer look and then making a calculated, strong offer. You never know. Question of the show. Of all the beautiful properties we saw today, which one was your favorite? We'd love to hear what you have to say. Please post your comments below.
Thank you for watching The Rob Jensen Show.